Hi, and welcome to another edition of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some late breaking news in the world of Quantum Leap, the revived series, not the original. I did a video the other day wherein I discussed that the production crew had cast their lead. This is an actor called Raymond Lee, who was playing a character called Dr. Ben Song. He would be the new Sam Beckett. Now, I also stated that this would be a continuing drama. It's not a reboot. And in the new series, Sam Beckett is theoretically still out there, still leaping. And Scott Bakula is actually in negotiations to reappear at some point, and we all hope he does. It would be nice to have him in, in a few cameo roles through the series. Now, unfortunately, we can't get Al back, as Dean Stockwell died in November last year, very sadly. And whilst it would have been nice to get him back, events were such that it's not going to happen. But the new Sam, if you like, Ben Song, he will need his Al, and the production crew have named the actor that they're cast to play the new Al. Now, you've seen the pictures, so it's not a big surprise. He is, of course, a very well loved and respected actor who comes fresh from another franchise by the name of Ernie Hudson. Now, of course, you will know him from Ghostbusters. And we're going to take a look here. This is from Variety, an article in Variety that sort of will go over the decision that they've made. We'll take a look at this and then we'll discuss it. But I shall put myself down in my usual corner and we'll have a look. Right, yes, so here we are. As you see, it's from Variety. It's dated March the 8th, which is today as I'm recording this, but I'm probably going to get this out on March the 9th. But it's still latest news. Quantum Leap pilot at NBC casts Ernie Hudson. They certainly do. And there's a picture of our man. Ooh, there's a picture of our man there. Yes, so the headline, beyond the headline rather, Ernie Hudson has joined the Quantum Leap sequel series pilot at NBC, Variety has confirmed. And it's quite an interesting role that he's taking on, but we'll see why in a moment. Hudson joins previously announced series lead Raymond Lee in the pilot. I mentioned this in my previous video, so what I'm about to say probably just regurgitates a little bit of that, but it's just in case anyone new coming in who hasn't seen my original one, just to give them the background. Serving as a sequel series to the original Quantum Leap, the new version takes place 30 years after Sam Beckett stepped into the Quantum Leap accelerator and vanished. Now, a new team has been assembled to restart the project in the hopes of understanding the mysteries behind the machine and the man who created it. So Lee will star as Dr. Ben Song, described as both a scientist and a man of faith. He is a world-renowned physicist working on time travel project known as Quantum Leap. Hudson is attached to play a character called Herbert Magic Williams. Ring any bells? A Vietnam veteran and the head of the Quantum Leap project. He uses his political and military know-how to keep the Pentagon at bay while his team works to rescue Ben. The character of Williams previously appeared in the original series, with Beckett leaping into him during his service in Vietnam in the season 3 episode The Leap Home Part 2. Now, I think that The Leap Home and The Leap Home Part 2 were two very excellent episodes. I think two of the best. And I like the fact that Scott Bakula played his own father, which a lot of people didn't pick up on at the time. But yeah, so this has that encircling action where they could have cast, well, anyone as any character to be the sort of the sounding board, to be, the explainer, effectively the new Al. But they've taken a look and they've said, we've got this character from 30 years ago, and Sam leapt into him. He'll be familiar to the old farts, us, the old boys that watched the original series all those years ago. But it won't mean anything to the new boys initially, the new boys and girls, the new viewers. But it's a lovely bit of continuation. But it's also that encirclement that he is now himself playing Al when he was in Vietnam trying to rescue Al. And he's now helping to save the man who's gone in to get Ben. Sorry, the man, Ben, who's gone in to get Sam Beckett. Whereas Sam Beckett jumped into him. It's convoluted, but I love the convoluted nature of this. I say, well done to the production team. Well done for bringing this sort of this full circle. And I just think it is absolutely brilliant. I love the touch. I think it's a positive choice. And who would you pick to play Magic? Well, you've got to think it would be someone of around that approximate age. And to get Ernie Hudson, I think, is a stroke of genius. I think Hudson will carry it well. He's got the gravitas. I think anyone who watched the end of the last Ghostbusters saw Hudson play, like, you know, he was a very sort of in charge of a multi-billion-pound business, and he had that demeanour of someone who was in charge. You know he's going to be able to play this role. Can he get that little bit of quirkiness or that little bit of how can you put it, the banter between Al and Sam? That does need to come back. I think both the actors are capable of playing those characters to such a degree that they can have that back and forth, that two-way, that banter, that sort of, how can we speak, respectful differences. You know, you need the differences. You need the great, because if everything's smooth and fine, there's no story, there's no drama. So you'll need that little bit of grind, that little bit of grating for the dramatical purposes. But they still got to have the magic that will bring them charmingly together. It's you got to sprinkle the fairy dust. It's as simple as that, and you want to hope that the fairy dust works. I mean, I think it will. I really do. I think both actors are fine actors, and given that what we know from the characters, I think they're great. I think I'm very, very positive about this. I'm very optimistic. Now, I know that there are some people are going to go, oh, look, diverse casting. Well, no, there's no character swapping here, because you're not introducing Raymond Lee as Sam Beckett and race swapping Sam Beckett. Raymond Lee is a whole new character, and Ernie Hudson isn't coming in as a black version of Al. He's coming in as a character that was originally written as an African American soldier. He's playing a genuine, old-time, established character. So any argument on that front, I think that's spurious. Is a straw man argument. And who cares? I mean, ultimately, who cares anyway? I think we're all happy that Quantum Leap is coming back. I don't care. I don't care who is cast. I don't care colour, creed, sex, sexuality, anything. Don't care anything. What I deeply, deeply care about is passion for the project, attention given to every detail of the project, and that they've got damn good actors playing damn good characters based in damn good stories. And ultimately, that's all that matters. And so far, I think we've got 2 out of 3. We haven't seen the stories yet. But given that Bellisario is in charge, he is not going to let this fail. He is not going to let anyone destroy his work. So fingers crossed this will be good. But anyway, we'll just round off here because there's not a lot left on this one. Anyway, Hudson's recent TV roles include LA's Finest, Grace and Frankie, and the upcoming third season of City on a Hill. But he is known for his starring role in the HBO series Oz, as well as films like Ghostbusters, The Crow, The Basketball Diaries, and Congo. Well, it's a shame about Congo. That was a brilliant book. It would have been a great film, but the man in the gorilla costume was poor. Today, of course, if they remade it, it would be awesome, because you'd CGI the gorilla. It would be fantastic. Anyway, that's just an aside. I do these asides. Anyone who hasn't watched before, I sometimes go tangential to the subject matter. Little thoughts pop in here, you see, and then they come out here. So go in here, come out here. Can't help it. Anyway, he is repped by APA and Zero Gravity Management. I don't know why they're telling that. I don't care. Of course, this is Variety. Yes, they have to. Anyway, Stephen Lillian and Brian Windbrandt are the writers of the pilot. And they were also executive produced under their I Have an Idea Entertainment banner. Both are currently executive producers on the NBC series La Brea. Quantum Leap creator Donald P. Bellisario will serve as an executive producer via Belisarius Productions. Deborah Pratt will also executive produce, as will Martin Gero for Quinn's House Productions. Universal Television will produce. This is just telling us there. And then it's just rounding off with a sort of a recap of the original series, and I'm sure that you may probably know, or should probably know, but we'll go over it just in case. The original Quantum Leap aired for 5 seasons on NBC from 89 to 93. Scott Bakula starred as actually 89 to 94 in the UK, because they had quite a long break between season 1 and 2. But anyway, Scott Bakula starred as Dr. Sam Beckett, who found himself leaping from life to life, striving to put right what once went wrong. Dean Stockwell co-starred with Bakula as Al, an observer from Sam's own time who appeared in the form of a hologram only Sam could see and hear. Brackets, and dogs and babies. For some reason, dogs and babies could see. And again, as I mentioned earlier, Stockwell passed away in November last year at the age of 85. And that is so sad, because it would have been great to get him back. I did love the character of Al, with all his multifarious wives. And his great sense of decorum and sartorial elegance. You know, when he wasn't eyeing up the women, he was wearing the most garish clothes. Ugh. But he looked good in them, you know. Yes, so there we go. This is an article in Variety. So anyway, that'll do. I'll bring myself back up and we'll round off the video. Yep, so there we have it. What do we think? Okay, I'm pretty sure this is going to be brilliant. I said in my previous video, when they'd announced Raymond Lee, that whilst his role is obviously the starring role and the most important role to cast, I said for him to work, he has to have a good Al, or in this case, a good Magic. Now, I think they've played a blinder. I think it's, like I said, it was an act of genius. They've got Magic. Magic is in that circular, logical, that callback. You know, he's in the ethos. He's in the lore. I'm just so positive and enthusiastically pro what they've done. Obviously, things will be different from the 1980s and early 90s. The world does change. The world turns a little bit. But even before all the woke nonsense in, say, 2016, 2015, 2016, even in sort of 2013, the world was a very much different place than it was in, say, 1990. But that's okay. So long as this isn't woke, it will work, it will be successful, it will be fantastic. And it's testament that I don't feel that they can actually cock this up badly. Like I said, you've just got the right people doing the right job at the right time. And it's just exciting. I can't wait. Now, I am going to I'm going to report. I'm going to monitor everything. I'm going to monitor, obviously, Variety, The Hollywood Reporter, NBC's sites. Monitor everything. I'm going to do searches. I'm going to get every bit of new information that comes up, and I'm going to drop a video on every possible thing I can. So I'll say, particularly to the Quantum Leap fans, please subscribe to the channel, because anything I have, I will throw up a video. It might be, you know, just even a 2-minute, here, look, here's a room or something like that. I'll throw these up. We'll get them in, and so it'll just always make sure that there's something out there, and that everything we learn about as the production goes forward comes up. And I'm happy to do that. And then, of course, once the series is out there and we're watching it, I'm going to do a full and honest review of each and every episode. But this is just my enthusiasm, and I hope that you, as Quantum Leap fans, are as enthusiastic about it as I am. And if you're not Quantum Leap fans, or if you're too young to even know what Quantum Leap was, please try and find it. Go back. It's bound to be somewhere. Try and watch it. It is such a great, iconic series. And if you can't manage that, then at least do watch the new series, because you will fall in love with it. The very concept is just great. You can see my enthusiasm coming through, and I can't help it. I try in my things. A lot of my videos are all about, moaning about this and moaning about this. And I tell you, it is so refreshing not to be moaning. It's actually smiling. Anyway, I shall bring the video to an end now. I will just say, yes, if you like what you see and hear here generally, please hit the subscribe button. Ring the bell notification ring the bell for notifications. You get new videos. I try to get 2 to 3 out a day. Leave a like. We like likes. Likes are great. And leave a comment. Every comment is read and responded to. And if you like, or even if you disagree with me, please put a disagreement down, and I'll respond to disagreements. You know, we're inclusive here. We don't ban anyone. You say, there's some website, you say something critical, you're barred. We don't do that. We eat our own biscuits. So yeah, so it's been a bit of a longer video than usual. So thanks for sticking to the end with me. And if you haven't stuck to the end, well, you won't know that I'm saying this. But until next time, stay safe, stay well, goodbye.